Barb had a good question, Scott.
Oh yeah, that's a question here.
Yeah, we gotta go
before we start the actual episode here. Can you read? It's too far for me.
Oh, okay. When flying IFR to a non-towered airport, the controlling agency. See your little things in the way there. Okay. The controlling agency stays with you until when? Until you see the runway, touchdown. Do they function as ground? Well, let's not ask IFR questions because nobody even knows how to answer those other than Lee. And he's just going to talk for like 5 minutes.
I'm trying not to. I am trying.
No, this is good. You're heavily. The IFR is heavily on you though, because
yeah, Rob used to know it.
I never used to know it. You never knew it.
No,
you do it every day.
Yeah.
Non-towered, which I hate non-towered flying IFR. If it were a Cherokee 172,
I hate non-towered.
Oh yeah, peasants.
I hate those little airports.
It's only 5,000 feet long.
They're
why
so
are they sending me here?
stupid.
We need to take away their 100 low lead.
Yeah,
That's
they're
right.
so stupid and dirty. If we just stopped selling 100 low lead there, we wouldn't have to deal with those people.
Anyway,
Give me Joe Biden. Low lead.
What's
so
100 low lead? Ew, your plane runs on that?
It runs on lead.
Yes.
Lead?
Lots of lead.
Like
It says
lead?
LL stand for lots of lead.
Lots of lead poisoning my kids?
All right, so going to a non-towered airport, they're going to stay with you to basically probably 5 miles outside your final approach fix. I'm sure each facility or traffic, I don't know this for a fact, each air traffic facility probably has some jurisdiction, letters of agreement, things like that with the center and all these things. The airspace is so layered and there's boundaries and they're probably all weird. But I would say probably plan to be with the overseeing air traffic control facility probably till 5 miles outside the final approach fix, in which they'll say, contact, advisories, or frequency change approved. Cancel with me in the air or on the ground. This frequency change to advisory frequency approved is kind of the thing. And we've already kind of talked to normally us in a multi-crew environment. We've kind of already talked. Go and cancel with them whenever, or we're going to stay with them till minimums, or whatever the case may be, or we'll just call them on the ground. Those are kind of the three, not minimums, we'll call them on the ground. So it's really, really one of two real big possibilities. Sometimes easier, even if you get VMC, visual meteorological conditions, but it's really busy and you're talking to a lot of traffic. Sometimes it's a lot easier to just get on the ground. You got training happening in the pattern, and you're just trying to literally, I've said this before, like we go into Marco Island, Florida fairly often, and you're coming in and you're not going that fast. So I'm not trying to talk about the speed, but like I'm just picturing the scene in Star Wars. You're bringing the Millennium Falcon out of hyperspace and all of a sudden you're in the middle of a freaking asteroid field. That's what it feels like. Because you're talking to ATC and they're like, okay, change to advisory frequency approved. And it's like, now one of us has been monitoring the CTAF, the Common Traffic Advisory Frequency. We have a decent idea what's going on. But sometimes if it's a busy frequency, you can't really tell, are they at this airport we're going to or another airport nearby? And just people are talking all over each other. We've all heard these squeals and squelches and all these things that happen when people talk over each other in an airport when they're close together. That's what we get too, except we're doing 200 and 250 knots and we're coming in and we're trying to figure this out. So that's kind of one of the first things we do is try and slow it down and try and figure out where we are in order and what we need to do. Do we need to do S-turns? Do we need to do 360s, multiple 360s? What do we need to do? So those are all the things. That is one of the worst case scenarios coming into a busy, untowered, or uncontrolled field. But yeah, plan to be with them till about 5 miles to the final approach fix, and then cancel with them basically as soon as you can. But sometimes we stay with them till the ground if it's super busy. Just because that protects the airspace, basically. That's if it's IMC though. So that man, there's a lot going on there. I did not mean to go on that long on that thing, but
that's what I tried to warn him.
You did a good job. You did a good job. There's just more. Well, when you dig into it, it's like, wow, I guess there's more going on. Is IMC, is a VMC? I'm with the, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, Barb. I don't know. I think you got enough out of that probably.
Damn, it's good.